If you eat pork, pause this video right now, because what I'm about to tell you might make you question everything you've been taught about food, faith, and God. Jews don't eat pork. Muslims don't eat pork, but Christians do. Same God, same Bible roots, yet completely different rules. How is this possible? Was God confused? Did religion change? Or is something being hidden from you? Stay with me, because this is not just about food. This is about history, law, faith, and a spiritual shift that changed the world forever. Now, listen carefully. Thousands of years ago, before Judaism, before Christianity, before Islam, there was one central figure, Abraham. He believed in one God when the world worshipped many. His descendants became the Jewish people, and God gave them laws. Not random laws, but divine instructions meant to shape their identity. One of those laws was simple: do not eat pork. In the book of Leviticus, God clearly says that pigs are unclean animals, not just physically, but spiritually. But why a pig? Why not cow, goat, or chicken? Ancient scholars explained that pigs were seen as animals that consumed filth, garbage, and even their own waste. So the rule was not only religious, it was also about health, discipline, and separation from pagan cultures that used pigs in rituals. For Jews, food was never just food, it was identity. Every meal reminded them, we are different, we are chosen, we follow God's law. Then came Islam, more than 1,400 years ago. The Quran also strictly forbids pork. Muslims were told clearly that pork is haram, forbidden. But this wasn't just copying Jewish law. Islam frames it as protection from harm, both physical and spiritual. So many modern scientists now say that pork carries higher risks of parasites, diseases, and unhealthy fats compared to other meats. So what looked like a religious rule also had medical wisdom inside it. So now we have Jews and Muslims agreeing, no pork. But then something shocking happens in Christianity. Jesus was born Jewish, he lived Jewish, he followed Jewish law. So logically, his followers should also avoid pork, right? But they don't. After Jesus, Christianity spread beyond Jewish communities into Greek and Roman culture. These people ate pork regularly. They didn't see it as sinful, they saw it as normal. Here comes the turning point. In the New Testament, there is a story where Peter, one of Jesus' closest disciples, sees a vision. In this vision, a sheet comes down from heaven filled with animals, including pigs. A voice tells him, "Do not call unclean what God has made clean." Christians interpret this as God removing food restrictions. From that moment, pork became acceptable in Christianity. But here's where things get deep. Jews saw this as a misunderstanding. They believed God's law does not change. Muslims later reinforced this belief, saying that Jesus never canceled the law, humans did. So Christians began eating pork not because Jesus ate it, but because the early church adapted faith to fit culture. Think about that. A divine law turned into a cultural choice. Centuries passed, and today most Christians don't even know this history. They eat pork casually, bacon, sausages, ham, without realizing that their own prophet never lived that way. Meanwhile, Jews and Muslims still hold on to the original rule. Now, pause and think. Is pork really just food, or is it a symbol of how religion evolves over time? Some scholars say Jews and Muslims kept the ancient path. Others say Christians embraced freedom over restriction. But the truth is more complicated. If you go back to Genesis, before any religion existed, there is no mention of pork at all. The prohibition came later as part of God's covenant with Israel. So one could argue, Jews follow covenant law, Muslims follow divine command, Christians follow spiritual freedom. Three paths, one origin. But the real question is this:
Did God truly change his mind, or did humans interpret his message? Even today, some Christian denominations, like Seventh-day Adventists, still avoid pork. They believe the old dietary laws were never meant to disappear. So the divide continues, not between religions, but between tradition and interpretation. And now, here's something that will stay with you. Imagine standing before God one day, and if he asked, "Why did you eat what I once forbade?" what would you answer? Because your pastor said so? Because society made it normal? Because it tasted good? Or because you truly studied his word? This is no longer about pork. This is about obedience, faith, and truth. Jews kept the law. Muslims reinforced it. Christians moved beyond it. None of them are completely wrong, and none of them are completely right. They simply walked different spiritual paths. But the question remains, which path are you really following? God's word or human tradition? If this made you think, comment "food of faith." And if you want part 2, why alcohol is treated differently in the same religions, tell me in comments. Because the truth is deeper than you've ever imagined.